for our students, today is all about progress. Okay, so don't worry if you make mistakes and everything. It's not about perfection. It's about progress. You're comparing yourself. Okay, so for everyone, just breathe, breath, and then. Okay.
Speaking trainers. Let's give a big round of applause for Miss Fiorentina.
Good morning, everyone. So I know that all of you for today, right? Today, where you have actually go through a long journey just to prepare for today's school. So if you know, like, plan, and then to produce the score, right? It is the same thing like all you have to go through by getting the whole set to you, that the whole journey, the process, and today is just a time for you for this principle. So let's go on. You can do it for sure. And do all your best. Okay, good luck.
Thank you, Ms. Fiorentina, for the supporting message. And now this is the time for the written post test, where you'll be given a few questions to test your knowledge about the theories of public speaking.
The materials are all from your input session in the class. So as long as you pay attention, you will be able to answer them easily. I've taken a peek some of the questions in the previous experience, and trust me, all of them are easy. So participants, you may please step outside and good luck.
So today, the how application champions are get.
So this part become mine. This part, first speaker, so become mine. I mean, this one, the C one is become mine. Ada. Kan bisa. Oke. Tidak apa-apa, tetap jadi saja. Tapi nanti aku mau saya. Nah ini untuk levelnya terjaga naik itu baru mulai dari this one we did one minute kapan kita baca berdasarkan nanti dia bilang apa wayat berarti aku bilang out.
Selamat pagi Mama dan Papa. Pada tanggal 8 September di mana SMLONE ini akan disampaikan oleh 16 dan nantinya event ini akan membahas mengenai fase-fase kehidupan, mulai dari fase sekolah dan pendidikan, mulai dari fase kemudian ada usaha dan karir, selanjutnya juga ada relationship, kemudian ada karakter juga, dan yang nantinya akan dibawakan oleh ibu main yang mengenai fase mempersiapkan pensiun dan pensiun. Ya, dan itu kan juga mengundang ada apa untuk turut hadir dalam event SMLONE. Karena yang tiketnya nanti akan kepada yayasan onkologi anak dan yayasan dan segala hal itu berikutnya dengan donasi sebesar 99%. Jadi nantinya itu akan kita donasikan kepada yayasan dan ini juga bisa nanti karena ini juga nanti akan membahas mengenai fase-fase sekolah, kemudahan dorongan oleh ini kita dari SMLONE juga yang sudah graduate dari SMLONE dan memberi sebesar 90 jangan pernah bisa meminta atau meminta oleh dua kita maupun sekian informasi dari saya dari SMLONE. Jika ada pertanyaan, saya bisa bertanya. Terima kasih kepada
My name is Anisha, and before research, I feel nervous, and sometimes I forgot what to say, but after the real stage, I'm not nervous anymore, and I feel better. And since my topic is about my trip to Singapore, when I present, I don't think about the audience, I just think about sales. I'm very, before I done SMLONE, I know how to deliver a speech, but the only thing I know is a hand gesture. And after I done SMLONE, I know how to deliver a speech better, and I know the spiral stage. And this is my first time learning the real stage. After I have done my speech, I didn't expect it to be this easy.
Hello everybody, my name is Donna, and I was really nervous about this real estate, but after I got through it, I'm finally relaxed on it. And yeah, you should try SMLONE maybe sometime, and it's really fun. Really fun time. Hi, I'm Michelle. Hi, first time I joined SMLONE, I was really nervous. I was not even able to speak without trembling or feeling nervous. Now, after joining for around 5 months, I am able to speak, and even in exam sessions, I'm able to speak. The first time I joined SMLONE, I speak too fast and I won't do any topic and it started badly. Now, I know when to speak fast, I know to put power. Now, I know how to make my speech more interesting and more eye-catching. SMLONE making you better.
SMLONE making you better. SMLONE making you better.
Yeah, SMLONE making you better.
Why do I sit? This one. Why do I sit there? Just sit beside. There. So everyone, how's the test? Hard, medium, easy? I'm sure that it must be very easy and all of you did great on that test. You know what's coming next, the moment that you have been preparing for. But before that, let's first explain some rules for the real stage.
First, please keep all of your phones silent during the session so that the speaker can speak smoothly without any distraction.
Second, please don't go in or out of the room while a speaker is speaking. This could distract the speaker and make them lose their focus, just like what Harbour explained in the first rule.
Third, no littering will be allowed in this room. Treat SMLONE like your own home. Littering is forbidden for our good of our environment.
Lastly, after each speaker finishes their speech, judges will give feedback and comments to the speaker. For the audience, you can also give your feedback as well by accessing this form with this link shown here.
Now, allow us to explain the time limit. For private, you can talk about any topic for 5 to 7 minutes. When in 5 minutes, the green light will be shown. When 6 minutes, the yellow will be shown. And 7 minutes, the red will be shown.
For surgeons, you can deliver any speech with the usage of PowerPoint or music or property for 5 to 7 minutes each. In 5 minutes, our timer will turn on the green light. In 6 minutes, our timer will turn on the yellow light. In 7 minutes, our timer will turn on the red light.
And after you finish your speech, remember to ring the bell and everyone will say, "That was easy."
So participants, treat this as a reminder to pay attention to your time limit. Just like we learned at SML1, if the time is too short, the speech won't be meaningful. And if the time is too long, the audience can get bored. So select your words and pace in speech with precision. Now it is time for us to officially start Real Stage 35. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
Either way, you have to be ready. It's time. Let us begin.
Our first speaker is someone from the class of Einstein. Let's welcome Wyatt Benjamin Hensley. Wyatt Benjamin Hensley, rules in football. Wyatt Benjamin Hensley. Your time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. The stage is yours. Good luck.
Hello everybody, my name is Wyatt Benjamin Hensley and today I'm going to share the topic about rules in football. Has anyone played football and wondered what are the rules? Let's give some quick rundowns of some of rules in football. First rule, the offside rule. Offside rule is when you and your teammate is between the ball and the last defender. Then you pass to your teammate, that would be offside because it would be an unfair possession. Number 2, falls and free kick. Free kicks are when you push, kick, or pull someone, and if you do that in outside of the penalty box, you will get a free kick. But if you do it inside the penalty box, you'll get a penalty. Rule number 3. Goal kick and corners. Goal kick is when you kick it out of your goal line, and if you kick it out of the other player's goal line, they will get a goal kick. Corners are when the opponent kicks the ball out of their goal line, and you will start off with a corner kick. Number 4. Throw-ins. Throw-ins are when you kick the ball out of the line and your opponent will get a throw-in. Throw-ins, you must put both of your legs on the floor and both hands above your head and throw it. Number 5, yellow and red cards. Yellow cards are when you make a fall. Red cards are when you make severe falls or get 2 yellow cards. Thank you for listening to my speech. Have a happy Sunday.
That was easy. Good job.
Wow, thank you for your amazing speech. Now, let us have one of our judges to give feedback. So, our dear trainees and parents, let's fill out the feedback form so that the speaker can improve. Let's welcome our judge, Miss Cecilia.
Wyatt, can I know how long you've been playing football? 2 years. Okay. How was it here in the real estate? Yes. It's okay. You have done it. So may I ask you what you play in football? What do you usually play as? The goalkeeper or defender? Okay. So Wyatt, today is all about football. All right. And I really want to applaud you for coming up on the stage because I can see that you were really trying to not be nervous, right? You're trying to still be brave to come up there, and you can still look at the audience without fail from the beginning until the end. So give a big round of applause. You have faced your fear today. Okay, so tell yourself, good job, Wyatt. Okay? Okay, so Wyatt, you're going from private to surgeon now. Alright? Now, I really want you to be a better speaker, right? I would like to see you perform better. So, I was really looking forward to seeing the visual aids. You know what visual aids are? The visual aids are the props, right? The props. So why not you bring the football today? Why don't you bring the football to the stage today? Just to look at the audience to remember you that, okay, Wyatt is talking about football. You see how many speakers today? There are 26 speakers. But when you bring the football, you bring the red card and the yellow card, automatically, when they remember football, they'll remember Wyatt. Okay? So number one is props. You can bring props to the stage. You can bring the football. You can bring the red card and the yellow card. When you explain what are the red card, what is yellow card. Okay? And then I noticed that you were trying to do the steeple. Yes, steeple is very helpful for you when you're nervous, right? But I want you to open it up. For example, the first point that I want to tell you is second point, and then tell a gesture that the audience also will understand that you're going from one point to another. Okay? So that's all from me. Anyway, good luck for your next real stage. Good luck for your next project as well as surgeon. And I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you very much. I believe the feedback is well received. Now let's have 1 minute of silence so our dear trainees and parents, let's fill out the feedback form so that the speaker could improve more.
Everybody in YouTube can hear you. Yes. Good luck to our next lawyer. I'm so nervous. It's alright, right? If I say a bit or something, like mannerism, it's okay. Just a bit mannerism. It's safe. Can I just stare at you? Just like jalan. I'll just look at Wyatt. I think Mama will watch it.
Our next speaker is someone from the class of Da Vinci. Let's welcome Aubrey Lisman. Your title, Aubrey Lisman, your title is Future Plan Aubrey Lisman. Good luck.
Do you have a dream? Are you willing to achieve it? Hi everyone, my name is Aubrey Lisman and today I'm going to be talking about my future plan and how I'm going to make it happen. Planning for the future is really important. It helps you set goals, have a better mindset, and avoid last-minute stress. My dream is to become a lawyer. I want to become a lawyer because it's a challenging job and I like to step out of my comfort zone to solve problems. Lawyers help people fight for justice and rights. Therefore, I want to protect the innocent from the guilty and ensure that justice is done. Lawyer helps people and makes a positive impact in their life. Plus, it's an interesting job with a high amount of pay. In order to be a successful lawyer, I'm going to be doing 10 main points in my life. First is studying hard. I study hard in subjects that are related to law, such as English, science, and mathematics. English is good for speaking clearly and writing. Science is good for analyzing evidence, and mathematics is good for thinking logically. Doing well in these subjects means that I can get into a prestigious law school, such as Harvard Law School. Second is taking care of my mental health. Sometimes studying too much or working too hard is very stressful, so I do things that make me feel calm, such as spending time with my friends or my family, going to fun places such as cute cafes or the shopping malls, and taking strolls around my neighborhood. These things make me feel calm. Studying while being calm and balanced is very good for school and in life. Third is join courses and competitions. I join courses and competitions related to law, since just studying, reading a book, or doing homework is not enough to be a successful lawyer. I joined SML1 where I practice speaking confidently. Being able to speak confidently is very important as a lawyer, since you need to argue cases and present information clearly. Fourth is set clear goals and reflect on my progress. So I set specific goals since it helps me stay motivated and I can see how I'm getting better every day. By checking my progress, I can understand what I've achieved and what I need to improve to keep getting better every single day. Fifth is staying organized. I develop good habits and stay organized since lawyers, they are very organized. They manage a lot of information and deadline. So you know how organized they are. I use tools such as planners and notepads to help me get track of my tasks and my activities in my daily lives. Sixth is study about the legal system. This includes studying about the law, how they are made, and how the legal system works. I read books and watch documentaries about famous legal cases, and I study the important events in the history of law. Seventh is I journal. Writing is very, very, very important for lawyers since they need to express their ideas in a convincing and in a clear way. Lawyers need to make complicated things look easy to judges, juries, clients, and many more. Good writing can help them share their arguments in a very convincing and clear way. They look professional, elegant, and confident while doing so. Eighth is I work on getting better at solving problems or thinking carefully. Games like puzzles, chess, checkers, and many more require planning and strategy, which is good for my critical thinking skills. Ninth is I work on my basic communication skills. By sharing a simple presentation in front of the classroom or delivering a simple speech in SML1, I can improve my skills. These activities help me get better at sharing my ideas and speaking confidently, which is an essential for being a good lawyer. The last but not the least is I explore different areas of law. So there are 5 types of law: criminal law, civil law, administrative law, maritime law, and property law. So I am most keen at criminal law, so I watch criminal documentaries. I learn a lot about watching criminal documentaries, like how their cases are handled in court and how their investigation goes to trials. In conclusion, it takes a lot to be a successful lawyer, like studying hard, taking care of your mental health, joining courses, and many more. I hope my speech inspires you, and remember, It takes good planning and dedication to reach our dreams. Let's reach our dreams together. Thank you.
Thank you for your inspiring speech. Now let's have one of our judges here to give feedback. Let us welcome our judge, Miss Fiorentina.
How do you feel? Aubrey,
Very nervous.
very nervous, but it didn't seem like you were so nervous, right? Since you're delivering the whole speech smoothly with the whole information that you're giving, so it really looks that you are gonna be a future lawyer, just like how you describe the whole information. And you will become Yes. So I really love how you open your speech with a question and then closing it as well with the statement, let's reach our dream together, right? So it's really encouraging the whole audience as well. Something that I really see is you really make use of your facial expressions, very nice vocals as well. What you can actually improve again is more on, there are so many contents that you will repeat, right? Like there are 10 points, and then actually the main points that you would like to tell is about studying, then doing courses, another one is right? So you can conclude it again back when you have already mentioned it in the whole thing. Because just now you did mention it, somehow it is not that precise. So for the content, that's what you can do here. Since everyone has the limits, right, in remembering the whole point. You get it right? So maximum you can make like 3 points, the main important one. Somehow the whole information is really amazing. And if I can tell you one thing for you to improve for the certain level, you can move around the speech. Okay, you can go around. But just know your template, your visual expression. So good. Just that you got to making use of both things, moving from one thing to another. Okay. So very well done, Aubrey. Congratulations for moving on to the next one. That was easy.
Thank you very much. I believe the feedback is so well received. Now let's have 1 minute of silence. So our dear trainers and parents, let's fill out the feedback form so that the speaker will improve.
Can I write the title? Our next speaker is someone from the class of Gandhi. Let's welcome Hui Chan. Hoi-chan, how to prevent pollution? How to prevent pollution, Hoi-chan. Your time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. Good luck.
Degrading water quality and rendering toxic human and environment. Now I'm doing it. How when pollution? Firstly, drive your car less. If your destination is close, you can just walk or use a bicycle to go there. Secondly, turn off your engine when idle. If you're waiting someone in the car, you can just open a little bit of window and turn off the engine. Third, don't burn garbage. The smoke that came out of the fire is very dangerous for the environment and our health. I suggest you settle more than burning garbage. Fourth, avoid using too much plastic. I know that food is really useful, but it mostly end up in the ocean and make some sea faster. So I suggest you to just replace plastic materials by other methods such as metal, paper, sand. Fifth, avoid disposing items in the toilet. The tissue they always throw into the toilet will always end up in some river, and that will disturb the ecosystem there. Lastly, help clean beaches and rivers. If you have the time or opportunity, go clean the river and the beaches. That's a really good thing to help save the world. I think that you guys know what I
Wow, thank you for the amazing speech. Now let's have one of our judges here to give the feedback. Let us welcome our judge, Miss Cecilia.
Hey, Howie. I feel like this room is full of talents. The first one was a footballer, second one is a lawyer, and now we have an environmentalist. Okay. Alright, Howie, I really enjoyed your speech today. Not just because you really prepared it well, but the first time when you opened your speech with a question, it directly grabs our audience attention, right? You tell us, do you feel hot these days? Did you ask that question? Yes. So I feel like that is really a good opening. It really grabs our attention directly. That's number one. You have a good structure, you have an opening, and then the closing was that, hey, everybody has a responsibility to save the earth. And you really leave us with that garis goresan. Dimana kita harus realize that, hey, we are also responsible. No littering, okay? We have to turn off the car when we don't use it, and all of that things that you have already told us in your speech. You have a very good message. And then the second thing, okay, so the first one, you have good structure. Number two, not just your speech have good structure, your body posture also very good structure. Really well done on really well done on today's body posture. You have really like pokoknya sangat di anchor ya kepada stage itu, sangat confident. You have one shoulder width apart. Your hand gestures were very firm. Okay, it shows confidence right away. And the third one is that, well, environment is not it's not an easy topic to deliver. Okay, it's not an easy topic to deliver, but you did it. Now I have a few suggestions. Would you like to? Okay, the first one is that because it's not an easy topic, the practice for it needs to be increased so that you can use the pauses in the speech. That's not right because it's not an easy topic. So the preparation needs to be more. Yeah. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that it's very minor, okay, but very impactful, which is what we call as pause. Okay. The first opening, you ask the audience, everyone, did you feel hot these days? And then you continue your speech, right? What is really impactful is that if you give a pause after that question. Because what I heard just now is that, did you feel hot these days? I think it's because of global warming, right? But everyone at the back is still, okay? So the pause doesn't really, first one is that the pause will grab the audience attention. Like, why is Howie pause speaking here? The second, who are listening to you, can give you a reaction, like for example, or they will say, yes, it's very hot today, or it's really hot yesterday, right? So it gives you the opportunity to get reaction from the audience. Okay? So you have done it very well. If you just incorporate these things in the future, I think your speech will be more impactful. And with that, I really want to say congratulations. That was easy.
Thank you very much. I believe the feedback is so well received. Now let's have 1 minute of silence so our dear trainees and parents. Let's fill out the feedback form so that the speaker could improve more.
Our next speaker is someone from the class of Marley. Let's welcome Joe Serafino Chan. Joe Serafino Chan, your title is the game of basketball. The game of basketball, Joe Serafino Chan. Good luck. Okay.
Who here plays basketball or is a fan of basketball? Please raise your hands. There's not much people I see. Basketball isn't that popular. Well, I play basketball and I really love basketball. So today, I'll be talking about basketball. Now, basketball is a sport, strategy, and teamwork. Without any of those, you won't succeed in basketball. It's about dedication and passion, wanting to play for it, wanting to be better for the fun of it or for your future. You want to be an athlete. Now, basketball consists of two teams competing to win. Each team has 12 players, but in the game of basketball, there is only around 5 players from each team at a time. But these players can be substituted if they are injured or tired. Now, the objective of basketball. Does anyone here how to play basketball? If you know how to play basketball? Well, the objective of basketball is to score more points than the opposing team. Well, how do you score more points? By throwing the ball in the opposing team's hoop. Once you throw the ball and you make the shot, you earn 2 points. But if you can also earn 3 points to make the shot from behind the 3-point line, which is a line that is located far away from the opposing team's ring or your own ring. There are also free throws that award 1 point each. Now, how is the game played? Well, first of all, there are referees that make sure anyone is cheating. The referee will first throw the ball up in the air and one player from each team will have to jump and hit the ball to their own players. That's how you try to gain possession of the ball in the start of the game. Once you have the possession of the ball, you will try to score in the opposing team's hoop and the other player will have to try to defend you and prevent you from scoring. But how do you move the ball around? You move the ball around by dribbling, or in simpler words, you bounce it up while you move. But once you hold the ball with 2 of your hands, you aren't allowed to bounce it again or it will result in a double. In simpler words, it is a violation and will give the opposing team the possession of the ball. Another common violation is traveling. Once you hold the ball, you aren't allowed to take more than 2 steps or it will result in another violation and you will have to give the ball to the opposing team. Now, there are also other rules that keep this game very fast-paced, which is the shot clock. Once you have gained possession of the ball, you are only allowed 24 seconds before you have to shoot the ball. If you take more than 24 seconds, the point won't be counted and you will also have to give the possession of the ball to the other team. Now, you only are allowed 8 seconds to pass the half-court line. What is the half-court line? The half-court line is a line located in the middle of the court. If you take more than 8 seconds, the possession of the ball will also be to the opposing team. But once you have passed the half-court line, you aren't allowed to go back to your own hoop, or it will result in backcourt. Backcourt is another violation and will also give the possession of the ball to the opposing team. So yes, there are a lot of rules and I hope you really understand what I'm talking about. Next, how do you prevent the other team from scoring in your own game? It's called defense. Defense is when you can constantly follow the player and prevent him to gain possession of the ball. But once he has gained possession of the ball, you have to defend him and prevent him from going near your ring to score. If he has the possession of the ball and tries to dribble, you can
really harm a player, but it will result in a foul, which is a violation. But there are also really bad fouls that really hurt the opposing team, like hitting, punching, or even pushing really hard at the balls. If you do more than 5 foul violations, you will be disqualified from the game. And if you make a foul, the opposing team will get a free throw against save at the start of the game. A free throw is when you make a shot which is unguarded, so the opposing team aren't allowed to guard it. In basketball, there are also 5 rules and 5 roles: the point guard, the shooting guard, the small forward, the power forward, and the center. The job of the point guard is to move around the ball without having the opposing team to steal the ball. He normally specializes in passing and in dribbling. Next is the center. The center is normally the biggest and the tallest person in the team. He's the one that stands under the ring and grabs the ball and hits his shot. The next one is shooting guard. Like its name, specializes in shooting. And the small forward. Small forwards are normally an all-round player. He's good at shooting and dribbling. And the last one is the power forward. The power forward is like the center. He's also big, but then he's quite smaller and can defend taller players and take shots further than centers. So that's why basketball is called the game with 1,000 rules, because it literally has a lot of rules. So that's why I love basketball so much, because it's fast-paced, physical, but it can't really harm another player. That's all for my speech. Thank you for listening and have a great day.
Wow, thank you for your inspiring speech. Now let's have one of our judges to give feedback. Let us welcome our judge, Miss Fiorentina.
Well, first of all, let's give a big round of applause to Joss. Well, Joss, I can see that you really mastered the whole stage. Like you really express yourself, the whole expression, your voice, the intonation is really on point, and somehow you are using the whole stage. Okay, that is really amazing. Since you are just in the private level, so you see that it's really another level up, right? So what I'm going to tell you here, since you have already mastered the whole topic regarding to basketball, the whole rules, your explanations, there are so many, yes. And of course, the rules in playing basketball, yes, I know it's like a lot, right? Somehow, what I can say is, for improving the way how you are going to deliver it, is remember to breathe. Okay, remember to breathe. Which means that it can actually help to control the pace of you in speaking, and it can help to minimize the mistaken wording, right? So remember to breathe and just control the pace. Another thing, although you are still in the private level, but I see you like in another level, you know. So to maximize your performance today, is basically you can have the basketball, or probably you're going to have like another fake picture, yeah, like a picture of a person. Yes, you know, like in the basketball, we have like one of the example of the person, right? So you can do the movement as well. Okay, this person is gonna be getting my ball, so I'm going to block. You can do the movement as well. It's okay, right? So that is another things that you can do. It's for the next level. Somehow, for the very first real stage, congratulations, Josh.
That was easy.
Thank you very much. I believe the feedback is so well received. Now, let's have 1 minute of silence so our dear trainees and parents let's read out the feedback form so that the speaker will improve more.
Our next speaker is someone from the class of Marley. Let's welcome Renzo Tanaka. Renzo Tanaka Sport Renzo Tanaka. Your time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. The stage is yours. Good luck.
Good morning, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank you for giving me an opportunity to present my speech. I want to ask all of you, do any of you watch or play sports? If you do, please raise your hand up. Okay, thank you. I am Renzo, and today I will be talking about sports. Sports have a lot of benefits, such as being healthy, teamwork, better discipline, improve our concentration, and more. Sport is very popular. More than half of the people on planet Earth watch and play sports. There are some types of sports. Individual sports, such as golf, swimming, etc. Then team sports, like football, basketball, etc. Then extreme sports, like bungee jumping, skydiving, etc. And lastly, partner sports, like baseball, volleyball, etc. This means that sport can be done individually, or you can do it with your mates. Some athletes train themselves to join the Olympics. The Olympic Games are world-leading sport competition with more than 200 teams representing their state and territories participating. The Olympic Games are held every 4 years. Medals are given to the athletes or teams who place first, second, or third. The winners receive gold medal, silver medal, or bronze medal. The most popular sport is football. Football is very fun because it brings people together, no matter where they are from. It is very easy to play. You only need a ball and some space to play football. It is a game that anyone can enjoy. From kids playing in the street to professionals playing in big fields. Football also hosts many big competitions like the World Cup, the Champions League, the Euros, and a lot more. Football has many big clubs too, like Manchester City, Real Madrid, Liverpool, and Barcelona. Football has the most fans with more than 3 billion fans. And as a football fan myself, I think that whenever you watch a game, it is very intense. Because you don't know who will win and who will lose. And when your favorite team wins, it's very exciting. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. So, football is also dangerous. If you don't play carefully, you can get injured. Footballers may experience these kind of injuries, like bruises, sprain, strain, fractures, and dislocations. Football is not the only sport that is fun and dangerous. There are more fun and dangerous sports, like basketball, swimming, horse riding, dangerous rugby, and other sports that can harm you. My favorite sport is football. as a goalkeeper. It is fun and dangerous being a goalkeeper. It is fun because you can save the opponent's shot. And you can save the ball whenever they are very close on scoring a goal. And you can help your team by trying to kick the ball or throwing the ball as far as possible. But it can be dangerous too being a goalkeeper. Why? Because you risk your body and health to prevent a goal. And you can get bruises easily become a goalkeeper because the ball can be too powerful and it can cause a bruise. And my favorite moment is when I lift a trophy with my team and teammates. Have you guys ever win a trophy or a medal? No? Yes? No? Okay. Well, I ever won a medal and it was fun and it was also hard to accomplish that achievement, but I did it and it's very, very exciting to win something that I will not imagine to have. So, at last, I think sport is necessary and very, very important for you, for your children, for me, for even adults too. So, that is it for today. I hope you all have a great day. Thank you, everyone.
Wow, thank you for your inspiring speech. Now, let's have one of our judges here to give feedback. Let us welcome our judge, Miss Cecilia.
Yay! Thank you so much, MC. Thank you, Renzo, for your really interesting speech. Today you talk about the importance of sport. I can see that you have won a trophy, and today you have won another trophy because you have conquered the real stage. Renzo, today I can tell that you really mastered your topic, which is the importance of sport. And I can see that your head gesture, your paralinguistic, everything is really nice. You can stand really well. You also wanted to explore the stage, even though sometimes I can still see that you can still do more with more confidence. Just go. If you want to go to the front, just go. Okay? Don't take little steps, just go to the front. You want to go to the left, you go to the left. Okay? So do it more confidently. Master the stage like you master your topic today. The second is that you also showed hand gesture. Like for example, what was held 4 years? The Olympic. The Olympics is held every 4 years, right? And it really makes me feel that I can remember it well. Now, I can still see that it can still be improved. Like let's say, for example, the type of sports, right? The types of sport was self, okay? You can use the left hand, and you can use the group on the right hand, right? And you can use it more frequently so that people can see that, oh, okay, Renzo is talking about a different thing. Like, okay, oh, he's talking about the self type of sport, the individual sport. There's a partner sport and all of that stuff, okay? Now, I want to talk about the content today, Renzo, because your body language, your vocal dynamic is already very good. Now I want to talk to you about content. The impact for every content is different. Okay, so let's say, for example, today you're talking about sports. When do I feel connected to you? When you feel that you're proud when you bring a trophy back home. Okay? When you were telling me that football is your favorite type of sport. Okay? So you give that personal connections to the audience. Now, I really want to know more about, okay, Renzo, how did you manage to get that trophy back home?
We play matches very hard to, and we get that trophy. It's around the early August.
So, right, it's about practice, right? Okay, so what I want to emphasize more is the type of content you bring. For example, I can Google up when is the Olympic being held, right? But I will never get the
information of your personal experience. Correct? So when you're on stage, okay, make your speech more personal by telling us more personal stories. Like for example, you can open your speech with the questions that you ask yourself. Who here watch or play sports, right? Because the end of the day, you want us to play sports so that we are more healthier, correct? But bring us more onto your stories. Like for example, how did I win the trophy? How is it like playing sport? Have you ever been injured, right? How do we prepare ourselves before sport? Do we do exercise? Do we do warm-ups and all of that stuff? Okay, so you can make your stories more impactful by using more personal stories. Okay, but I think you have a lot of opportunities that you can practice more. So I'm looking forward to those speeches in the future. And Renzo, thank you so much for your speech today.
That was easy.
Thank you very much. I believe the feedback is well received. Now let's have 1 minute of silence so our dear trainees and parents. Let's fill out the feedback form so that the speaker could improve more.
Our next speaker is someone from the class of Dave. Let's welcome Savannah Jowijaya. Savannah, your title is Friendship Savannah Jowijaya. Good luck.
Hi everyone, my name is Savannah and today I will share you my speech about having 1,000 of friends versus fewer friends. Well, in my opinion, I would like to have 1,000 of friends. Why? Because having 1,000 of friends can help me when I feel sad, comfort me, and talk with me when I feel lonely. Some people would like to have less friends because they might feel unsure about making friends with strangers, but it is completely understandable. Having a lot of friends is essential because they can help you celebrate good times and provide support when you need it and help you when difficulties is coming. Having a lot of friends is beneficial for your health, but it can be challenging to find someone who truly understands you and what you need from your friends may change as your life circumstances change. In my school, there are 5 classes, and each of the classes is filled with my friends who have comforted me when I felt sad, helped me when difficulties are coming, and talked with me when I felt lonely, shared their belongings with me. Now I will tell you the 5 good things and the 3 bad things about having 1,000 of friends. The first one is you can share stuff with each other. The second is you can talk with each other when you felt lonely. Third is you can share secrets with each other. Fourth, you can play with more people. 5, but how each other when everybody is covered. The third thing is first, you can fight a lot. Second, sometimes people like to steal other people's food without permission. That makes the owner angry. Third is you can blame each other. My message is friends is not about number. It's always better to have a few good and true friends by your side rather than having so many acquaintances, because the more people you deal with, it just adds to your burden and more nonsense you have to put up with. Even you have less friends or no friends, it doesn't mean that your life is less fulfilling or less valuable. My message is friends is not about number. Now I will tell you my experience of the bad things that happened to me. There are two things. You want to know? Well, the first one is last year. And in my school, there are a group of friends where I was inside too, and it was full of girls. There are 5 members inside. And one day, 2 of my friends goes to the canteen to buy food. And one of the girls in my group is very likes to be angry and so dramatic. So when my friends buy the food at the canteen and go back to the class, they know that she will take their food. So they hide in the corner near the locker and hide. So when she found out that they are hiding from her and hiding the food, she was so angry until there was a distance between us. There were 2 girls with us and the other 3 girls with her. I was with the 3 girls because I know that she was wrong. Because she doesn't have food to eat, so she goes to the canteen. But the girl likes to take other people's food, even though she was not allowed by her mother. So after 2 days passed, we became together and became best friends again. The second thing is that last week she was playing whoever moved first get hair pulled by her. And when I hear that, I started freezing and could not move. And when the girl said that, there was a boy passing by, he didn't hear what she said. So when he was passing by, she pulled his hair and he was sad. And he said, "Why did you pull my hair?" She said, "Because you didn't follow the rules. I told you to not move." So he just sat down and be quiet. And the boy in front of me was moving while he was hearing what she said. So she pulled his hair and he didn't say anything, but when he got home, he said to his mom that the boy who is innocent pulled his hair. So his mother reported to the homeroom teacher, and my homeroom teacher was very angry with the boy who is innocent, and he cried and he told the truth. So when he told the truth that the girl who was making that game, he told to the teacher and he asked the teacher to call the girl, and they both get scolded. So my message is, friends is not about number. Thank you everyone for listening.
Wow, thank you for inspiring speech. Now let's have one of our judges here to give feedback. Let us welcome our judge, Ms. Fiorentina.
Wow, Savannah, you're very sweet in here, telling about friendship. Yeah, I think that this kind of topic really suitable for the audience that having friends as well, and your message really hit to everyone that friendship is not just about a number, right? I really just now in the beginning, I'm actually waiting for the personal story, and you did deliver a personal story in it, which really made us know again what is friendship about, and then you give the message and really suitable. It's really well done for the first growth stage, Savannah. So I'm going to tell you again your hand gesture, the way how you stand in there consistently with your eye contact, everything being done really amazing, really on point. So first real stage, I don't think that this is just like the first real stage. Okay, so well done. Something that you can actually improve again is to play with your facial expression. Just now you were telling about the dramatic story, right? So let's deliver it in a dramatic way as well, which is play with your facial expression and then put more pressure and power in your intonation. By doing that, then people can really feel you, right? Feeling you, how is that situation when your friends about to pull the clear, right? With those kind of challenges. So I think that's what you can do again for the next growth stage. Overall, very well done. Let's give a big round of applause to Savannah.
That was easy. Thank you very much. I believe the feedback is so well received. Now let's have 1 minute of silence. So our dear trainees and parents, let's fill out the feedback form so that the speaker will improve more.
Our next speaker is someone from the class of Einstein. Let's welcome Warren Emmanuel. Warren Emmanuel, how we can save the world from pollution? How we can save the world from pollution, Warren Emmanuel? Your time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. Good luck.
Hello everyone, my name is Warren and hello judges, audience and everyone. You have probably heard of pollution, people littering here and there and whatnot. But how about the opposite? How we can save the world from pollution? That's what I'm going to explain here today. So, what do you think pollution is? Pollution is one of the greatest challenges our world has ever faced. It comes in many ways, such as air pollution, water pollution, soil pollution, and even noise pollution. And these can impact our heart, our health, our environment, and even our future. So now I'm going to be talking about three types. The first, the first one I'm going to be talking about is air pollution. Air pollution are common examples of air pollution are combustion devices in our household, motor vehicles, and industrial facilities. These can pose some major public health concerns, such as producing ozone, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, etc. Now, the second thing I'm going to be talking about is water pollution. These contaminated water can sometimes in, can sometimes have radioactive substances, bacteria, viruses, parasites, pesticides, etc. We don't normally see these in water you see. That's because they're normally invisible. And who knows, you might be drinking them or using them. Now, the third thing and last that I'm going to be talking about right now is soil pollution. Now, in urban places, these are normally used, used because of human activities. Some examples are land development, manufacturing, industrial dumping, and local waste dumps, and etc. Now, with that topic aside, we can move on to the next one, which is how we can save the world from pollution. So, there are a lot of things we can do for saving the world from pollution. I'll be talking about two types. So I'm going to talk about the first thing. This is probably the easiest I'm going to say. Don't litter. And I know sometimes they could just stop littering by like using signs to say don't litter or using heavy fines like Singapore did with a 500 Singaporean dollar. But we could just do that without using a heavy fine. We could, well, it's just the easiest. Just throw trash in trash can. Or the second way is, well, throwing other people's trash in a trash can. And that's probably the easiest for everyone. That'll probably help the environment. And the second thing is the 3 R's: reduce, reuse, and recycle. You've probably seen signs about this or they taught it in school, but what I'm here today is just talking about it. And I've been using this in everyday life, and you can too use it in everyday life. So the 3 R's can impact our world by a lot. So now, reduce. We could always use, well, plastic bottles can be used for storage, or you could use it as a pot for plants. You don't need to buy another pot plant. So now that I've explained that, here's the conclusion. With one person, we cannot fix the world with only one person. Together, we are always a community to fix the world we all live in. My motto today: one person cannot fix the world. Together, we are stronger. So why not do it now? Now, Are you smoking? Probably don't. Littering? Don't litter, as I just said. So let the world we all want to live in, that we deserve. Clear skies, clean air, clean soil, clean drinkable water, everything. We can do it together as a community, as I just said. And all of that comes in great ways. People from around the world are always trying to help, such as someone from Japan cleaning and taking cigarette butts and leaving them to us. That's all for my speech. Thank you for listening, judges and audiences. Thank you.
Wow, thank you for your amazing speech. Now, let's have one of our judges here to give feedback. Let us welcome our judge, Mrs. Celia.
All right, thank you so much, Warren. Can I ask you how you feel?
Well, I was a bit nervous at first, but now I think it's sort of fine.
Now you're less nervous. Yeah. Did you feel that you couldn't breathe?
A bit.
A bit, because you didn't take a breath. Okay. Throughout the speech, I can see that you were trying to make this speech over, but trust me, Warren, you tried your best in delivering this topic. Again, this is not an easy topic, okay? Talking about pollution, talking about the environment, it is something that maybe most people don't care about, correct?
Yeah.
But you want us to care about pollution. Yep. You want us to care about the environment, correct? So, okay, number one, I'm going to talk about your vocal power. You already have enough vocal power for this size of class. Okay, I can tell that it was really loud and clear. And the person behind, could you hear Warren? Yes, really well. Okay, so your vocal power is already very good. Okay, number two, it was a very informative speech. Okay, it was very informative, meaning we gain a lot of information. Okay, now there's one thing about informative kind of speech. In SML1, you learn about how many types of speech? Three? What are they?
Motivational speech, inspirational speech, and informative speech.
Aha! Okay, so there are two types that we have learned so far, which is informative and inspirational speech. Yeah, motivational. Okay. About informative speech, you have to add more of the extravagant facts. What does extravagant facts mean?
Something interesting.
Like, for example, do you know how many percent of the water in this world are polluted? Okay, you need to do research more onto what are the things that shock us. Because like I said, a lot of people don't really care about pollution. How do you make us feel that it's important to take care of? Okay, so number one, you need to add more interesting facts. Okay, number two, okay, let us practice open hand gesture. Okay, I noticed that when you do hand gesture, it was 1, 2, 3. Okay, and the armpits, the arm over here is very close, is very tight. So can we see to do it? Open it. Yes. Can we open it? And then you do 1, 2, 3. Can you do it for me? Okay. Facing the audience. Yes. Is it better? Yeah. And we can feel that you're more confident and less nervous. Okay. So those are the two tips. For me, number one is more information. Number two is to make it open hand gesture. And number three, well, it's really important for you to be calm, breathe. Yeah, breathe. Just breathe and make it more, because breathing, like Miss Fiorentina said, it really helps with your pacing. It really helps with your pauses. And it makes more impact when you deliver your speech. Okay? Warren, thank you so much for today's informational speech. Really looking forward for your next stages or your next speeches.
Thank you very much. I believe the feedback is so well received. Now let's have 1 minute of silence so our dear trainees and parents. Let's fill out the feedback form so that this will be
Our next speaker is
is from the class of Gandhi. Let's welcome Giselle Ng. Giselle Ng, your title is Candi Borobudur, Giselle Ng. Good luck.
Do you know how Candi Borobudur is built? Well, today I am going to explain how Candi Borobudur is built. In order to do that, I will have to go back to the 8th century when this magnificent temple was built. This temple construction started at the 8th to 9th century. It ended in the 14th century. It used a stone called andesite, a stone made by the lembaga tools. It was built by the Shailendra dynasty. They cut the blocks to size and transported it to site, where they piled it up on top of each other and just do the normal building. They used different types of colors of rocks, but it was andesite and different types of it. Candi Borobudur, after it was built, it was abandoned for some reason. And then one day, a volcano erupted, and then all the people escaped. So, leaving only the Candi Borobudur. But since it was already abandoned, it was not so noticeable. So when they came back, they just thought it was a hill. One day, someone named Sir Thomas Stanford Raffles was visiting a hill that is already covered in soil and bunch of rocks and trees when he found signs of a really big temple running underneath. And it was a very big temple, but it was half broken. So they had to restore it. A few construction teams restored it because one was not enough. It is so big that it is in the Guinness World Record for the biggest Buddhist temple. It has a width of 133 times 143 meters. Candi Borobudur is in Java, Yogyakarta. It is a very historical place dating from a very long time ago. It was found in the 1814 and it is a really nice place to go and visit. It is actually a Buddhist place, but it was abandoned for some reason because of religions changing. On the top there is one big stupa with no holes. On the bottom there is many reliefs such as Jataka and other more reliefs, if you know. Then it also has another name. Its other name is Candi Seribu Buddha because it has 1,000 stupas, each one resembling one Buddha. It has 10 floors, each one resembling a human's life, the state of a human's life. It is really nice and I really wish I could go there, but I never went there. It is really big and very nice. A lot of people already went there, and in the place, I think it is on a hill. And on the hill, if I say just now it is covered in stone, that means the hill has become a bigger hill, a taller one. So that means just now it if it was buried for a long time, the story almost never unfolds. If he found it, it was half broken. So he's actually not an Indonesian person. He's actually from America or somewhere else. He is a Western person, and as you can see just now, he was pretty amused. So one small stupa is almost as big as a car, and that means one big one should be almost as big as a house. There are also many statues such as lions and Buddha statues. There are many reliefs, 200 and something reliefs, and each of the reliefs were hand carved. It is a really historical place, and it is a temple that is really big and nice. So now that you know its history and how it was built, I hope that this speech was really meaningful and interesting for you. Thank you for your time.
Wow, thank you for an inspiring speech. Now let's have one of our judges here to give feedback. Let us welcome our judge, Miss Fiorentina.
Wow, Giselle, how do you feel today? Okay? Yeah, so much better now? Right. It's really amazing that you're now in sergeant level moving on to the next round, right? Which is lieutenant colonel. So first of all, congratulations for going to lieutenant colonel, Giselle. Okay, Giselle, I know that this real stage is something which is very challenging, which you need to deliver the whole speeches while there's a slide in there, right? For the slide that you have created, it's really nice that you have created something which is minimal, like it didn't have too much wording in it, okay, more pictures. So that's what we are actually looking for. So for the slide itself, we have nailed that, okay? Something that I also see from you is you know the topic, you master the topic about this Candi Borobudur. Since there are not much of the text in there, somehow you keep on continuing to explain what is the Candi Borobudur, how is it actually being shaped, what are the materials being used, and even you memorize the whole name of the people just now about Thomas and so on, right? So you really master the content. Okay? Something that I can tell you is to be more consistent in terms of using your eye contact. So we know that there are so many people here, and somehow you might get confused, where am I supposed to look at? Sometimes you are looking straight, sometimes you are looking down. So where we can actually see, if you can't really look through their eyes so deep, right? Because if you are going to look at someone so deep, they will run away as well, right? So we don't want that to happen. Then how you can do it? Just look at the T zone, okay? The T zone. Or if you're going to look at a certain person, then you can see like above the eyes, yeah, on the forehead or on the nose part, yes. So just be braver in terms of delivering it, because you know the topic, you know on how to deliver it smoothly, your voice is audible. It's just that you've got to really make use of the whole stage. Okay. Another thing, just now regarding to using the pointer, right? If you have already delivered, it's gonna make you look more professional when you have mentioned it and then you click it. Don't look. Okay? It will look more professional if you can do that. So just have more practice. Overall, very well done, Giselle. Let's move on again to the next level.
Ring the bell.
That was easy.
Thank you very much. I believe the feedback is well received. Now, let us have 1 minute of silence so our dear trainees and parents. Let's fill out the feedback so the speaker will improve more.
Our next speaker is someone from the class of Let's welcome Ian Lucero Donati. The story of Cristiano Ronaldo, the story of Cristiano Ronaldo, Ian Lucero Donati.
You guys know any other football players than this person from my slide? Yes. So I'm gonna be telling you about the story of Cristiano Ronaldo and who is he. He is born from Funchal, Portugal in February 5, 1985. So that's where he was born and his country is Portugal. In the age of 16, he is already in sporting Lisbon and playing for the professional football. And this is his teammate. It's because of him, he is already a professional footballer. The coach said, whoever scores the most goals in that match will win. Will go to the next thing. Like to the professional football. And both of them scored 1 goal. But his teammate, and currently his best friend now, assisted him with 1 goal. So he scored and he made it because of him. 3 facts about Cristiano Ronaldo. Number 1, he threw a chair at his teacher. Number 2, he got expelled from school. Imagine you get expelled from school by throwing a chair to your teacher. How bad it would be. Number 3, he dropped out of school at the age of 14 to compete in football. Imagine dropping out of school and competing in football at the age of 14. I would want that. Tachycardia disease, age 15. Tachycardia disease makes you, like, the heart needs to get surgery, and it's very bad if you get this disease. So luckily, I didn't get it, or any of you didn't get it. So this is a very, very, very rare disease to get in the age of 15. Club Cristiano Ronaldo signed for. The clubs he's signed for is Sporting Lisbon, Manchester United, Real Madrid, Juventus, and Al Nassr. He's currently playing in Al Nassr. Ronaldo trophies. Ronaldo has so many trophies, including the Euro Championship, Nations League, Champions League, Premier League, FA Cup, and League Shield, and etc. So this is the thing that Ronaldo hasn't won. It is the World Cup. The World Cup is something like the country won this, but his country didn't win. So that's sad, and he has 1 more chance in 2026. Portugal lost the 2022 World Cup. As you can see, he was crying because of it. Ronaldo never got past the semifinals. He never got past the semifinals due to his poor teammates that couldn't assist him to score. But he went to the semifinals and had the chance to win. But he lost against France because they had like great players like Henry, Zidane, and etc. Ronaldo 2023 presentation. He's so happy because he gets 200 million euros in 1 year. Imagine you get that much in 1 year. How good can that be? And he's currently playing for them, like I said in the, I don't know what slide it was, but currently he said that. Cristiano Ronaldo achievements. He has scored 898 goals in all of the competitions. 898 goals. Every single player didn't even get 898 goals or more than 900. That's a record to me. He needs 2 goals to get 900 goals in all of the competitions. And he has the most goals out of everybody. Second, he has 238 assists. And you guys don't know what is assist. Probably White didn't say it just now. Assist is like something you pass to someone. The opponent didn't touch the ball, and you pass to someone, and he scored. That counts as an assist. And he has 238 of those. Just behind some players like Messi, Muller, and 3. He is still one of the best strikers in age of 39. Being the best striker in age of 39 is very hard to achieve. Imagine being the best striker in age of 39. You guys just like, I do age of 39. He should be tired already. He should be tired and retired. But Ronaldo didn't. All the hate comments from other football players and the one who hated him because of his selfishness, you can tell about his mentality. Because of his mentality, he is still one of the best. So I'll tell you why is he the best. Number 1, he scored 54 goals in the age of 38. Imagine scoring 53 goals against people like in the age of 23, 19, and the rest. How good can that be? And especially they're in their prime. Prime means that they're having their best performance right now. Famous picture of Ronaldo best goal. As you guys can see, that he has scored a bicycle kick and against his Juventus. He already played for Juventus, but this was before he played for Juventus. He was still at Madrid. Ronaldo's second famous goal. As you guys can see, he played for Juventus. Imagine jumping for 2.56 meters up in the air for I don't know how many seconds, and then you guys were jumping, and it is actually 8 inches and 8 foot 4 inches. So this is really surprising. He held that record for I don't know how many years, but it's around like 5 to 10 years, I think. The end. Thank you, everyone. And the moral of the story is, don't give up what the people say. Don't hear what the people say, bad comments about you. Just don't give up. Thank you, everyone, for listening.
Wow, thank you for the amazing speech. Now, let's have our judge here to give feedback. Let us welcome our judge, Mrs. Celia.
Hey, thank you. Jian, is it how you say it? Jian. Jian, I can tell that you're a real Cristiano Ronaldo fan. I can tell that because you were so excited. Your vocal power, your vocal dynamic was like all-time high. Very excited, very proud of Cristiano Ronaldo, and that is how I'm very proud of you today. You have delivered your speech really well. Okay. Give a big round of applause for yourself. All right. Jian, today you have shown that you are able to master a topic. You have shown that you can create a clean slides. Okay, and then I really like how you brought us from how Cristiano Ronaldo was little until now that he's playing, right? And he still have the best strikes and everything. Very nice timeline, very obvious for us to understand. Okay, now I have one thing to request for you in the future. Okay, it's about the content. The content is about Cristiano Ronaldo, and there's nothing wrong with it. Now, let me ask you what's the question. What is the moral of the story again just now?
The moral of the story was that don't give up what people say to you. Just don't hear them and don't give up.
Yeah, So don't give up is your message. Okay? Don't give up is your message. So your content of your speech has to be about how he fought for that achievement that he get. Okay? So the content of the story is how did he change from a person who threw chairs at the teacher into a one successful football player. The journey of his changes and his growth is the one that you need to emphasize more. Because today, I really learned a lot about his achievement, what he did, what his achievement was, that he got a lot of what's it called, piala, and then but he haven't got the World Cup yet, right? But I really want to know is how did he get it? Did he like wake up in the morning to practice or what? And then how did he become the there's a lot of assists, meaning there's a lot of teamwork that needs to be done, right? So all of the stories behind his achievement is something that I was really looking forward to. Okay, so again, overall you did really well. Just a little bit of personal stories of Cristiano Ronaldo would make this speech more impactful in the future. Okay, thank you so much, Jian. Looking forward for your next speech.
That was easy.
Thank you very much. I believe that that is well received. Now let's have 1 minute of silence on your praise and parents. Let's fill out the feedback form so that the speaker can improve more.
Miss, tolong sini.
Yeah.
Our next speaker is someone from the class of Graham. Let's welcome Mandy Ellen Sanusi. Mandy, your title is Abundant Place. Abundant Place, Mandy. Good luck.
Did anyone know that exploring abandoned places are professions? Good afternoon, everybody. Today I will be talking about abandoned places or abandoned buildings. So these are 3 examples of abandoned places or buildings. 2 of those are offices, but 1 of them are bigger. And that one on the left is a house. So now, before I tell you the story of a boy that explored an abandoned place, first I would like to tell 2 words so you could understand the story. First is squatters. Squatters are people that live in abandoned buildings. They live in abandoned buildings because they don't have homes, or maybe they're just lazy to pay taxes or rent. Some squatters, or most of them, can be hostile. Whenever they meet someone that explores abandoned places, they will either be hostile, but only some of them will be friendly. Only a few people encounter friendly squatters. Next is Urex. This is the profession that I was talking about. Urex is the name of the profession that is exploring abandoned places. Urbans can be very dangerous sometimes, and that's also because of squatters. Squatters can trap you inside of the basement of the abandoned buildings, but some of the basements of the abandoned buildings are flooded with water. So sometimes they just lock you in a room that's empty. And what are people that do urbans are afraid about? They're usually afraid about metal dust because they can breathe it in and then they might choke sometimes. And they're also afraid of black mold, blood, and a lot of more. Mostly in abandoned hospitals, there are abandoned syringes and blood all over the wall sometimes. And now I will continue to the story time, so make sure you understand the words before I tell this. So maybe you can't guess what it is, so I will tell it to you. But if you do, good luck. So first, there was a boy that was 23 years old, and he loved to explore abandoned buildings. He would always post it on social media accounts like TikTok, YouTube, and a lot of others. So one day he didn't know that when he explored an abandoned place, that was the day that he would get traumatized from abandoning that place, exploring. So after a first few minutes or a first few hours, he decided to explore at least half of the building. When he explored half of the building, he found out that when he went to the lowest floor, the first floor, he heard banging noises coming from underground. And there was no more floors under the first floor except for the basement of the building. So when he realized the source of the sound was coming from below, he decided to go down and discover it. So the more he went down, the louder the banging became. And the moment he saw where the source was coming from, he was afraid, and when he opened the door, the source was coming from a squatter that was banging on the door furiously because he knew that there was a person exploring the abandoned building. So basically, in the past, maybe some people locked him in there, but there is very unknown. So when he saw the squatter, he decided to run away and close the door first. But before that, the squatter managed to break the glass on the door and kick down the door, which means by breaking the lock of the door. So when the lock was broken, he ran to the 20-year-old boy and he got injured, but before that he could actually call the ambulance. So right in time before he passed out, he got rescued by the ambulance and now he's okay. And thank you everyone for listening to my speech. I hope you learned a lot of information from it. Thank you.
Thank you for inspiring speech. Now let's have one of our judges here to give feedback. Let us welcome our judge, Ms. Fiorentina.
Wow, Mandy. I think it's a unique topic. You pick up a unique topic about abandoned places, and then this kind of topic just now, what I really see is the way how you actually would like to grab the audience attention. When you are saying, okay, you have to really understand the meaning first. Good luck, right? So it's just like, okay, we have to really see and really knowing what does it all means, right? So it's a very good way for you to grab the audience attention for this certain level. Since you are creating the slide, yes, the slide is very simple, it's unique, okay? It's really having the whole visual things that making people would like to just know from your explanation. Somehow just now, there are three places, right, that you are actually telling us about urban squatters. I think it's gonna be best if you can show like the actual ones, okay? Because people might be clueless, like even though you are explaining it, but they still clueless. What is it really about? So slide is actually the main thing. It's for audience just to get help to see it, but then you are the star to explain it even more. So your explanation just now is actually clear. Somehow they still get to really have an imagination, like really imagining from that whole thing. So that is one of the things that you can do, yeah. And then just now I see that your whole explanation is really non-stop, okay, which is very good. It really shows that you master your topic. Your vocals, it's really there. It's just audible. I think everyone can hear you from there. Okay. Another thing that you have to do it since you are using slide, then you have to really be the star. What it means by that is instead of looking at the slide, you're supposed to just look at us. Okay, especially your slide is like already so simple, so you don't have to really look at that. Just look at us here, and it looks more professional for you to deliver the speech. Okay, overall, very well done. Let's give a big round of applause to Mandy. That was easy.
Thank you very much. I believe the feedback is so well received. Now let's have 1 minute of silence. So our dear trainees and parents, let's fill up the forms so that the speaker will improve on.
Our next speaker is someone from the class of Newton. Let's welcome Marsha Afakailala. Marsha Afakailala, natural disaster. Marsha Afakailala. Time is 5 to 7 minutes.
Have you ever experienced natural disasters? Hello everyone, my name is Marsha and today I would like to tell you how to survive or save yourself from natural disasters, starting from earthquakes, volcanic eruption, and tsunamis. So let's start off with volcanic eruption. To survive from volcanic eruption, you need to wear masks to cover your face and cloths to cover your whole body in case if the dust got onto you. And if you want to find shelter that is as far away as possible from the volcanic eruption. And you can hide maybe in your car or any building. Next is an earthquake. Well, I'm pretty sure all of you have learned how to survive on earthquake before, right? It's very basic. You just hide under a desk or a table and stay away from large and heavy furniture because they might fall on you or they might bump into you, which can cause a very bad injury. Now let's move on how to survive on tsunamis. To survive on tsunamis, you need to seek for signs of a tsunami. Like for example, there is a sudden rise or maybe draining of ocean water. And next, you need to listen to emergency information and alerts. Lastly, go to a high building and find shelter there. And you should also go there as fast as possible before it's too late and the tsunami can knock you down. For the third natural disaster, we have a tornado. To survive on a tornado, you need to find shelter underground or at the first floor of a building. Like for example, a basement at your house. Second, do not walk or run, but you need to crouch. But crouch quickly, everyone, so you can find a shelter faster before it's too late. Lastly, do not ever try to outdrive the tornado, because tornadoes are one of the most dangerous natural disasters of all. And even if you're 1 kilometer or 2 kilometers away from it, it can still blow you, and it's very dangerous. For the fifth natural disaster, we have floods. To survive on floods, it's actually not that hard. You just go to a high building and find shelter over there. But you also need to remember that only 6 inches of flood can knock you down really hard. Especially the flood that moves really fast. It can knock you down even harder. And also, do not try to swim, drive, or walk through the flood. Now for the last natural disaster, can you guess what this is? Yes, it is a landslide. And to survive on landslide, you need to stay alert and you need to stay awake and get as far as possible from the landslide. And also get as far as possible from slopes, hills, and cliff sides because that is where the landslide usually happens. And thank you all for listening. And before I close my speech, I would like all of you to take a note, and it's a reminder. So when there's a natural disaster, do not get worried and stay calm. Because if you are worried and you're scared, you will not know what to do. And eventually, you'll get confused, and it will be too late to survive from natural disasters, and it will also be too late to find shelter in them. Second, if there is a natural disaster, we need to seek for signs of it. So you will know if there's a natural disaster or not. Because if you do not seek signs of it, you will also not know what to do if there will be, for example, a tsunami, earthquakes, and other natural disasters. Anyways, everyone, do any of you know Japan? I'm pretty sure all of you know Japan, right?
Yeah.
And Japan is one of the countries that experience most natural disasters, especially earthquakes and tsunamis. But I'm not saying that Japan is a bad country to visit. Actually, Japan is one of the best countries to visit because the people there are disciplined and places there are very nice and pretty, especially when the season is autumn or even spring. It will be pretty. But if you want to go to Japan, I think you might need to prepare for yourself. For example, maybe there's going to be a natural disaster because it happens often, right? And it could happen anytime when you're there. So everyone, thank you for listening, and I hope all of you have got some knowledge of how to survive and save yourself from natural disasters. Thanks, everyone.
Wow, thank you for your amazing speech. Now, let's have one of our judges here to give feedback. Let us welcome our judge, Miss Cecilia.
Marsha, how do we survive from an earthquake that is in our heart? Because you just did that today. You're really, really well done on your speech today. Your paralinguistic was awesome. You brought the stage really well. Confidence, very number one. Number two is your stage mastery and your topic mastery. You did it all very, very well. At first, when you showed me the first slide on the screen, it's already very eye-catching. And I think that you have done it really well with well-done preparation. Okay, number two is that this is a very nice topic that you choose. We not only learn something, right, we can also apply it in our life if there's a natural disaster that we are facing, right? Just because this is a surgeon going to lieutenant colonel, which is the challenge is, how do you deliver a speech with slides? Now, your slides is already very amazing, okay? I just think that, can you go back to the previous slides? Yes, this one. Or maybe the one before that, right? You see, landslide. And then at the back, you already have a background of a landslide. But it's covered with the wordings, right? Maybe what we can do is, you prepare 2 slides for this topic. So let's say, this is what we call as landslide. What is landslide? Landslide is when the land is, going through the hills and everything. And then how do we avoid that? Okay. Now, that's the first one. The first one is that you divide it into 2 slides. The first one is the real picture of a real landslide. The second is how to avoid. Now, how to avoid, you give us 1, 2, 3, which is a clear point. But we, right, as a human being, we like to see pictures, right? So what I would suggest is that just change this 1, 2, and 3 to pictures or icons that people will remember very clearly. Okay? So instead of this, maybe number 1, you put a signature like stay alert, right? Like the yellow triangle. And then the second is to get as far as possible from landslide. Like basically there's a landslide here and then the human is like going back, like going to that side, right? And then get away from hills. So you put the hills and then what's it called? Yeah, cross. Right? So people can still listen to you and don't have to like read the words while you explain. You know what I mean? So like just provide us with pictures and that's already good enough. Okay, but overall, I really, really love your speech today, and I'm really looking forward for your next speeches. Okay, thank you.
minute of silence so our dear trainees and parents fill out the feedback form so that the speaker can improve more.
Our next speaker is someone from the class of Gates. Let's welcome Michaela Quintiling. Michaela, your title is ADHD. ADHD, Michaela.
Does anybody know what is ADHD? Hello everyone, my name is Michaela and today I will talk about ADHD. So, ADHD is a disease that causes someone to act extremely weird. And also, ADHD stands for Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, and this mostly happens in kids. Also, this disease is divided into 3 types, which is the inattentive type, the hyperactive impulsive type, and the combination type. Let's look at them one by one, starting with the inattentive type. So, this type of ADHD causes the kid to be absent-minded or easily to be forgetful and may easily lose track of their days. The second type, the hyperactive impulsive type, is the type where the kid is usually or constantly on the go as they are very restless. You will constantly see them running and jumping around the place in a way that may disturb others. These type of kids are known to make learning very difficult for themselves and for the people around them. And lastly, the combination type. And as the name suggested, this type is the combination between the 2 categories from the above, and is the most common type from all kids with ADHD. But the vital question is, what causes ADHD in the first place? Well, it's not exactly known what causes ADHD, but there are a few theories. The first theory suggests that kids who don't have enough dopamine, as they are associated with low level of dopamine, and thus they will feel bored with stuff that we find entertaining. Another theory also suggests are born early can also be a reason. Kids who are exposed to environmental toxins where their parents always argue, or if their parents or relatives also suffer from it. Although there is no cure for ADHD now, the doctor may still suggest certain medications or behavioral therapy to improve functioning and so that they can control their emotions. And the best part is that this disease can improve with time as the kid grows older. And the best way to prevent ADHD is by eating healthy, getting enough sleep, and exercise can be a good way to prevent this disease. Did you know that kids who are around 3 to 6 will show the symptoms of ADHD? And also, boys are 3 times more likely to be diagnosed with ADHD than girls. So that's all for my speech. Thank you for listening all of my
Thank you for your inspiring speech. Now let's have one of our judges here to give feedback. Let's welcome our judge, Miss Fiorentina.
Wow. The only word is wow. You're just way too amazing, Mikaela. Can I ask you how old are you? 9 to 10. You're so cute. Okay, you're just 9 to 10 and you're in sergeant level moving to lieutenant colonel and you're bringing a deep topic. Amazing. Let's give a big round of applause. There are so many scientific wordings that you are telling about what is ADHD basically. And this topic, yes, it's something which is not everyone in this world really knowing what it means. But you have nailed to explain what ADHD is really all about. Okay, how is the condition of a certain kid that's going to have this kind of case. Okay, regarding to dopamine and everything, you really nailed to explain those parts as well. So, for explanations, I don't think that there's any thing which is, yeah, it's just that it's already in your hands. You know what to do regarding to this topic. Okay, the slide that you are using, it's simple, it's nice, very visual, everyone can understand, and still you are this smart. Okay, so that's the important things that you've got to do as a speaker that bring a slide. So very well done, parents. Another thing, your expression, the way how you really use your voice, it's just so sweet. It's very nice that you make everyone really being into you, would like to know further what is ADHD all about. Okay. One thing that I would really want to make it precise, since it is something very scientific, it's a doctoral kind of things, and of course you have to make sure the wordings that you are using as well. There are some certain wordings which is very crucial. Okay, for ADHD, you have mentioned it's a disorder, correct? Yes. So ADHD is disorder. Okay, don't change it into a disease. Disease is not. Disease is like flu, virus, okay, coughing, it's a disease. But then ADHD is disorder. Then you have to make it clear for those parts. Because mostly all the people in the world, they mistaken those things. They thought that ADHD like a virus. It's not. Yes. So you have to pay attention on that. That is one of the words. And then just now, I see there's a typo for the word environmental on your slide. So basically, since you have already bring something that's very deep, it's very professional, then what I could give it to you is to pay attention to details. Okay, through details. Because you're just so good with your age 9 years old, in surgeon, going to lieutenant. Wow, let's give a big round of applause. So congratulations, Sarah, for moving on to the next slide. That was easy.
Thank you very much. I believe the feedback is so well received. Now, let's have 1 minute of silence. So, dear trainees and parents, let's fill out the feedback form so that the speaker could improve more.
Our next speaker is someone from the class of Marley. Let's welcome you, Pralin Adrian Yi. You, Pralin, how social media affect our life? How social media affect our life, you, Pralin? The speech is yours. Good luck. Who here often plays social medias like Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook? Please raise up your hand. Well, I see a lot of you here play social media. But have you ever wondered how social media, or this phone you have right now, can affect our life? Well, today I am going to talk about that. First of all, as you know, social media is a platform where you can communicate to your friends, family, or even online strangers. But then, do you know those online strangers you met online are not trustable? Sometimes you might think, oh, this person is very nice. But on the other hand, they are just thinking to sabotage you or just find your identity. And sometimes you think that this person is a girl who is just trying to make friends. But then you never really know if that person is telling the truth or not. Sometimes those person you met online might just be an 80-year-old grandpa who's trying to find a girlfriend. Or sometimes you're not. In social media, you can hide your identity very well so that other people can't know what you are. But sometimes in social media, your account that you made can also get leaked by other people. In social media, there are good side and bad side. The good side is that you can communicate like what I just said earlier. If you communicate to your friends or family that live far away, that means that's the good side of it. But the bad side is that you never know whether they are lying or not. And you don't know what their expression is like. For example, you text them, they were like, oh my god. But then in reality, their face is just very flat. And in social media, you can also take a screenshot and send it to other people. But if you talk to them face to face, you can know whether they are lying or not. And the second one is to find information. In social media, you can find a lot of information about anything you want. You can just search at the bar and it will come out a lot of information. But then sometimes in social media, they spread fake rumor about something or someone that makes us believe it. And sometimes those information you saw online are not 100% true. Sometimes in this website, it might say, it answers your question that it says no. But in another website, it says yes, so that you are now confused. You don't know whether it's right or wrong. And not only that, social media is very addictive. If once you try to play social media for one day, you can't stop. Just like smoking. One day you were planning just to try one and you think that it wouldn't be as addictive as you think. But then once you try it, you are never going back. You can stop, but it is very, very hard to stop. Like one day you try to stop, you might get stressed and just think that, oh, I will just do it for one day again. But the other day, then you think, oh my god, I can't. And you need to do it again and again. This is why social media is very addictive. Sometimes in social media, it not only makes you addicted, but then it separates you from your family and friends. Like you are living in your own world. Because in this world, we have many challenges and sometimes we get tired of it and just decided to scroll TikTok or Instagram, which made us relax. But then not only that, sometimes in family dinner, you used to have family conversation with them, but now as each family member has their own gadget, they might just sit down and live in their own world and talk to other person instead of talking to someone face to face. And not only that, but it also separates you from your friend as instead of talking to your friend face to face, you decide to just text them online. Sometimes at school, your friend is just next to you, but then you decide to just text them because you are scared that someone heard what you are talking about. And because of that, you can't stop getting on your phone and you will keep on playing your phone all day long. Some people also play their phone in the toilet. Sometimes they take like 2 hours in the toilet just because of scrolling TikTok. Sometimes they shower for 10 minutes, but then they take like another 20 minutes in the toilet so they can play their phone. Because sometimes people think that social media is a very good platform. Well, it is, but then you need to be careful on who you talk to and who you trust in social media because you never know whether they are lying to you or not. So, in conclusion, I would want to tell all of you here to be careful on who you talk to on social media because they can either screenshot your text to other person or just leak your account or information to someone else. Thank you.
Wow, thank you for the amazing speech. Now let's have one of our judges here to give feedback. Let us welcome our judge, Mrs. Celia.
Yuffie! It's very nice to see you on stage going for musical colonel. Today's speech is about how social media affect our life, alright? And the challenge for all of the surgeon students are to use props or to use slides, alright? And today you choose props. Okay, I'll talk about that later. Okay. Number one, your facial expression throughout your speech, right? It was very nice. It was very engaging. I can still see you smile from time to time, which is nice. Number two is that your vocal dynamic is quite powerful. I can tell that audiences from the back can hear you really well. And the vocal dynamic as well. When you tell us, okay, when somebody say, oh my God, behind their wordings, and it's just flat face when you actually see their face, right? So all of that are really well done already. Your stage, I can tell that you're not afraid to move from one stage to another stage, right? And there are two things that I want to discuss with you today. Number one is that you use props today, all right? However, I can tell that you only use it in the beginning of the speech, which is, have you ever, who here spends a lot of time in social media, right? And then throughout the speech, the phone is kind of just there. I was trying to wait when you're gonna use the phone next, right? So my suggestion is, if you use props, make sure that it is used. And if it's not used throughout your speech, you can prepare a table or you can put it on the side as you can make your hand gesture more, what's it called? More freely, because you're not holding your phone all the time. You know what I mean? Yeah. But then in this topic, I really think you should have gone through with the slides rather than using the props, because the usage of it is more frequent, which is the slides is more frequent. You can say like, usually normal people will spend 15 minutes in the washroom, but with phone versus with phone, it's probably 1 hour, right? It's more visual to us, like how it affects our life, right? So it's more visual to the audience as well. Number two is the stage. I tend to see that you move from the right side of the stage to the center. Right side to the center. Right side to the center. But then the left side is left empty. Right? So maybe what you can do is you anchor your body in the center of the stage. And when you want to show the contrast, you can move a little bit to the right and a little bit to the left. So that way the left stage is not empty, okay, throughout the speech. All right. So number one is what just now?
The props.
Yes, the props, the usage of props. Number two?
Like the stage.
Is the stage, yes. So that's all for my input session for you, Yuki. I hope that it will help you in the next stages of speeches, and I'm looking forward for your next performance.
That was
easy.
Thank you very much. I believe the feedback is well received. Now let's have 1 minute of silence to our dear trainees and parents. Let's fill out the feedback form so that we can improve more. Ladies and gentlemen, how do you feel now that the real stage is finally over? Calm, nervous, stressed, delightful? Either way, you all have presented the best that you can today. In the sense that you will today learn something new perhaps.
So, congratulations to all participants of Real Stage 35. Now, before we invite all participants to come up to the stage to receive their pin and certificate,
We would like to invite Miss Maylin to announce our special promotion.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Miss Maylin to the stage.
Oke, selamat siang teman-teman. Kembali saya hadir dan bagaimana nih perasaannya setelah melihat anak-anak kita tampil di depan?
Happy nih.
Bangga dan pastinya ya melihat bagaimana anak-anak kita menyampaikan speech-nya yang selama ini hanya di dalam kelas, namun sekarang mereka sudah berani tampil di depan para parents dan ada judges-nya juga. Beri tepuk tangan. Oke, pada Bapak dan Mama, di sini Miss Maylin dari Departemen Student Success Center ingin mengingatkan kembali kepada Bapak dan Mama mengenai kita di SMLONE itu ada 6 level, di mana yang pertama itu adalah level private, yang ketika setelah mengikuti real stage, ia akan naik ke level surgeon. Begitu juga dengan surgeon, kemudian nanti akan ke lieutenant colonel. Setelah lieutenant colonel ada level colonel, kemudian ada level lieutenant general, dan yang terakhir ada level general. Maka dari itu, untuk setiap levelnya memiliki project yang berbeda pula. Dan maka di sini pada hari ini kita mengadakan special promotion untuk Papa dan Mama. Untuk harga buku kita pada hari ini hanya 500.000 saja. Di mana hari-hari yang biasa untuk buku kita itu ada 600.000 ya, Bapak dan Mama. Dan untuk yang level selanjutnya nih, karena beberapa parents mungkin bertanya nih kepada Miss Maylin sendiri, Miss, untuk apa sih bukunya itu dibeli lagi? Gak bisa ya, buku yang lama ya? Ya gimana sih? Boleh nggak untuk bukunya itu kita berbagi? Seperti itu ada parents yang bertanyakan. Nah, ini kenapa kita harus membeli buku yang baru lagi di level yang baru? Karena setiap level dan setiap proyeknya, setiap level memiliki proyeknya masing-masing. Ada variasinya masing-masing juga. Sehingga ketika anak-anak kita sudah naik level, maka ia diwajibkan untuk membeli level yang baru sesuai dengan tingkatannya yang sekarang. Oke, setelah dari sini nanti kami menghimbau kepada Mama untuk menemui Miss Jovita yang nantinya sudah standby juga di depan dengan buku-buku yang terbaru untuk anak-anak kita. Sekian informasi dari saya. Terima kasih.
Thank you, Miss Maylin, for the announcement. Now, we invite all participants to come up on the stage one by one. If your name is called, please come up to the stage to receive your pin. Sergeant Aubrey Lisman. Oh, judges, can you please come in?
I can see you next time here. Congratulations. Okay, look at me. 3, 2, 1. Sergeant Joe Serafino Sam.
Sergeant.
Congratulations. Yes, sir. Again, still. Again, sir. This one. Okay, nice. Okay, congratulations.
Sergeant Tanaka.
I'm so excited. So, congratulations. Next up, cert, please. I get your cert first. Yes. Okay. So you can look right. Look at me. 3, 2, 1. Smile. Okay. Nice.
Okay, well done. Renzo.
Good job, Enzo. Sergio, Salvador, Hidayah. Three, two, one. Good job, Savannah. Good job.
Surgeon Warren Emmanuel.
Three, two, one. Okay, well done. Right. Congratulations, Warren.
Is this your friend?
Can we see some? Okay, nice. Three, two, one.
Lieutenant Colonel Marsa Alpha Pilot.
Three, two, one. Okay. Hi. Congrats. Congrats, Masha. Oh. Three, two, one. Smile. Okay. Hi. Congrats, Michaela.
Lieutenant Colonel Felix Xavier.
Three, two, one. Okay. Congrats, Yubi. Oh, Miss Pia want to go.
Okay, so for everyone, it's not only the speakers that actually doing the challenge for today, but we also have our amazing MC today. Let's give a big round of applause to both of them. Albert and also Candice right here. So first, we are going to congratulate both of you since you have already accomplished an amazing MC challenge. Like, we can actually run it on time today. It is all because of both of you really focus in running this whole event. So let's give a big round of applause again. So for that, congratulations, and we are going to have a picture together. Let's welcome Candice, Valeska, Moira. Congratulations.
You may open the certificate so we can see your name. Yes. 3, 2, 1. Nice.
And of course, the partner today, we have Herbert. Congratulations.
Three, two, one. Yes.
Good job. Okay, congratulations. I'm going to hand this back to both of you again.
Yes. once again congratulate and also thank all of our trainees for your participation. Our judges won't stop giving us the constructive feedback and also the audience. Our dear parents and friends who come here to support us, or those who are watching from the YouTube live.
We appreciate every moment we have spent with you, and we will always remember this as our best memory. I'm Lieutenant Colonel Harper.
And I'm Lieutenant Colonel Candice Lascamaras.
Thank you and see you in the next event. We would like to invite all participants and judges to come into the stage so we can take photo together.
Remember to bring your certificate as well.
Find the position. We have to see your certificate. Oops. And see the left and right. Left and right. It's like this kind of okay? Okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Can we have a video?
Making a better you.
Yeah. SMLONE. We're gonna say SMLONE. Okay, let's first try. Okay, SMLONE. Then the rest say making you better. Making you better. Making you better. Okay, for the first trial.
SMLONE,
making you better you. Let's do it one more time.
Okay, after making you better you, then we're gonna clap. If you
Yeah.
can clap.
I can go again.
Making you better you.
Happier.
Making you better. Yeah. Making you better you. One hand you use the hold the certificate. One hand do the thing. Okay.
SMLONE,
making you better you.
Okay, we're gonna